Warmest greetings to all my incredible subscribers and new viewers alike. Welcome, curious minds, to our video that explores the ins and outs of Emanuel Santos. Emanuel Jorge da Silva Santos, born 20 November 1976, is an artist from Madeira, Portugal. In 2017 he became famous for a sculpture of Madeiran native footballer Cristiano Ronaldo, which was widely derided in media articles. The English newspaper The Guardian commented suddenly, "This sculptor was the most famous artist in the world." As we enter this new phase, let's uncover the impact of personal life on our broader topic. Santos is married and has one son. He lives in Canil, the principal cargo port of Madeira, and works part-time at Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport. In 2017, Santos became leader of Canil Parish Council, when his centre-left PS party won the local election. The spotlight now falls on works as we delve deeper into its details. Santos makes sculptures and paintings in acrylic on canvas. His works are installed several public locations on Madeira. In 2016, Santos created a monument to fishermen in the port of Canil. The life-size sculpture depicts two fishermen in a small boat and is sited on a roundabout on the seafront. In the next phase, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of busts of Cristiano Ronaldo and exploring its real-world applications. Santos has created two busts of Cristiano Ronaldo. The first was unveiled at the newly renamed Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport, the main airport serving Madeira, on March 29, 2017. The renaming ceremony was attended by Ronaldo, President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa, and Prime Minister Antonio Costa, among other guests and hundreds of fans. The sculpture received a strong reaction from news outlets and on social media following its unveiling, with most commenting on the work's lack of resemblance to Ronaldo, and was intended to be on permanent display outside the airport's terminal entrance. In 2018, Bleacher Report commissioned Santos to create a second bust of Ronaldo. The original sculpture was to continue to be displayed at the airport. Writing in The Guardian, the art critic Eddie Frankel compared the public reaction to the first Ronaldo bust to the imposition of socialist realism, the official art of the Soviet Union, but with the rules enforced by the public. Frankel preferred Santos's first bust, commenting, "In June 2018, the first bust was removed from display at the airport and replaced with a bust of Ronaldo by a Spanish sculptor. Now it's time to shift gears and explore description and history. The original bust was said by Santos to take between 2 and 3 weeks to complete, and was not as simple as it seems to create. He based his work on photographs of Ronaldo, who was unavailable to model in person. According to Santos, Ronaldo saw pictures of the proposed bust and only requested small adjustments to make his appearance more youthful." Santos recalled, "He only asked for some wrinkles that gave him a certain expression in his face when he's about to laugh to be changed. He said it made him look older and asked for it to be thinned out a bit to make it smoother and more jovial. But they gave it the go-ahead and they liked what they saw." The sculpture was unveiled by Ronaldo on March 29, 2017, as part of an official ceremony to rename Madeira Airport to Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport. The reportedly bizarre and eccentric event was also attended by the nation's president, Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa, and Prime Minister Antonio Costa, who unveiled a commemorative plaque together, as well as dozens of other guests and hundreds of fans. It was intended to remain on permanent display outside the airport's terminal entrance. Get ready for a captivating exploration as we unravel the layers of reception and their profound significance. The bust received a strong reaction from news outlets and on social media following its unveiling, with commentary focused on the work's lacking resemblance to Ronaldo. Headlines described the sculpture as bizarre, creepy, hideous, horrifying, mangled, peculiar, odd-looking, scary, and questionable. Some people used the hashtag #RonaldoBust to share manipulated photos or suggested conspiracy theories based on Ronaldo's football rivalries. Ronaldo did not seem bothered by the bust during the unveiling ceremony. Santos has defended his work and said that he, Ronaldo's mother, and the airport chiefs who commissioned the work were happy with the final product. Santos said, "It is impossible to please the Greeks and Trojans. Neither did Jesus please everyone. This is a matter of taste, so it is not as simple as it seems. What matters is the impact that this work generated. There is always the possibility of making a difference. I was prepared for all this." Alan Dawson of Business Insider said the sculpture looked like a grown-up version of Alfred East Newman, the fictitious mascot and cover boy of the American magazine, Mad. Annette's Alfred N. called the bust ugly and made Ronaldo a laughingstock of Twitter. Furthermore, he questioned how the bronze abomination became a reality and said the sculpture looks as if Ronaldo had slammed his face into the ground multiple times. Finally, N quipped, "Here's hoping the replacement bust of Ronaldo won't be as terrifying as the original." Haley Jones of the Daily Beast said fans were thrown for a loop. The sculpture's vaguely menacing visage now sneers at passers-by, and quipped, "Bronzing never ends well for anyone." The Daily Telegraph's Sean Gibson suggested that Ronaldo, who prides himself so much on his winsome complexion, cannot be best pleased with this particular artist's impression of him, but noted that he and his fans seemed pleased at the ceremony. The Guardian's Elle Hunt said the bust resembles Crichton from the British comedy franchise Red Dwarf and the botched Ex Homo restoration. Hindustan Times said the bronze has a toothy grin and bulging eyes that instantly created a laugh on social media because of its debatable likeness. The Independent described the artwork as amusing and scary, and compared its disconcertingly lopsided grin to the head from the British children's television series Art Attack, as well as Roll Moat. Tom Doyle of London Evening Standard called the bust a bizarre, troll-face statue that delighted and horrified Twitter in equal measure. The Mercury News said Ronaldo was upstaged by his own bust, which hardly does the handsome footballer justice. The newspaper compared the bronze to one of Lucille Ball installed in Celeron, New York, nicknamed Scary Lucy, and furthermore said of Ronaldo's bronze, "It squashes his eyes close together, and the cheeky raised eyebrow smile more resembles a leer. The face is also unusually chubby, in contrast to Ronaldo's chiseled looks." Colin Dwyer also compared the bust of Ronaldo to Scary Lucy. Joe Prince Wright of NBC Sports called the work horrendous. New York Daily News' Brett Bodner said the bust is kind of creepy, looks nothing like Ronaldo, and reported that the internet can't help but make fun of how bad the statue looks. Victor Mather of the New York Times described the sculpture's goofy smirk and uneven eyes, suggested it resembled Latvian basketball player Kristaps Porzingis, and wrote, "Most art connoisseurs out there were not impressed." Claire McCartney of the magazine paper wrote, "Despite Ronaldo's world-renowned beauty and famously symmetrical face, the statue Portugal created of him was questionable. I mean, truly, the stuff of nightmares. Perhaps the sculptor was drunk, or high, or even a little bit jealous and decided to mold Ronaldo's face into swirly obscurity. No matter the reason, the result is horrifying." People magazine's Brian Tracy said the work looks nothing like Ronaldo and used wordplay to describe the sculpture as well, a bust. Racer Bruno of Time magazine said the sculpture is bizarre, questionable, and generated plenty of jokes, memes, and head-shaking. United States of America Today's Charles Curtis also used a pun to describe the artwork as a bust. He called the sculpture pretty creepy and compared the depiction of Ronaldo to the courtroom sketch of Tom Brady, which received a similar reaction in 2015. Rich McCormick of The Verge wrote, "The finished product makes the famously handsome man into something of a monster, squaring his head, shrinking his eyes, and inflating his bones to horrific levels. It looks like someone having a bad reaction to hair dye, or like the Goonies sloth after some partially successful plastic surgery, and as is to be expected in these situations, the internet went wild." McCormick also noted the many photoshopped parodies that appeared online, depicting Ronaldo as Batman's Two-Face, Mass Effect's eerily animated main character, Han Solo frozen in carbonate, Bioshock's Andrew Ryan, and as IT, the monster hiding in the sewers. Others went the other way, mapping the unhymic contours of the bust's face onto the real man's real face, making his head lumpen and his eyes scream "kill me." The sculpture has also been said to depict Irish former professional footballer and businessman Niall Quinn. In the next portion, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of second bust and examining its broader implications. In 2018, Bleacher Report commissioned Santos to create a more traditional interpretation bust of Ronaldo with a more serious demeanor. The original sculpture will continue to be displayed at Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport. Santos has said the reception his first bust received had a negative impact on him and his family. He completed work on the sculpture in March. Santos' reaction to seeing the bust for the first time was released by Bleacher Report on the one-year anniversary of the original sculpture's unveiling. The sports website published a documentary video about Santos, in which he said, "The first Ronaldo bust, if I hadn't done it the way I did, it would have already been forgotten a long time ago." So, sometimes it's necessary to have a certain bravery to go against the usual and have an impact. Because even though there are people who mock and make negative comments, there are still many people who value it. And what I've learned through all this time is that no matter how few people can see the positive side of the work, they are enough to give us strength. Santos also said he remains proud of the original bust. Diario AS said the new bust far more loyal to reality and entertainment. He said the finished product is altogether more acceptable. We dare say that even the man himself might grudgingly accept the likeness this time. Chris Wright wrote, "The second bust is undoubtedly a lot more polished and lifelike, though it also lacks the naive charm of the wonky original." Tom Doyle of London Evening Standard called the bust brilliant and impressive. Following the 2021 installation of the statue of Diana, Princess of Wales at London's Kensington Palace, Ron Mackay of the Herald said the sculpture was nearly, but not quite as awful as the bust of Ronaldo at Madeira Airport, which he said looked more like the head from Art Attack than the footballer. Mackay wrote, "A second attempt by sculptor Emanuel Santos was little better. It was bland, but at least it resembled a human, just not Ronaldo." As we progress, let's shine a spotlight on bust of Gareth Bale and examine its intricate interplay within our topic. In 2017, the Irish book WikipediaReader commissioned Santos to make a bust of Ronaldo's then teammate, the Welsh footballer Gareth Bale. The bust was unveiled in Cardiff before the 2017 UEFA Champions League final at the city's Millennium Stadium. The bust was valued at approximately £25,000 sterling and weighs 40 kg. It was made in Porto, Portugal, and took 264 hours to create. I love interacting with my viewers, so leave me a comment and I'll do my best to respond.